Hey y'all. So, of course, I have been productive all day. I've been working, getting my house together, doing all kind of stuff. And then, somebody, I just noticed something. And evidently, Sherry Briscoe has went back on RPJ's show. Now, I didn't listen, so I have no idea what she said, but I can imagine it's a bunch of lies. The woman is angry. I revealed a lot of her secrets that she did not want people to know. But maybe if she were not slandering me, I wouldn't have been forced to reveal how sick she really is. Now, I'm going to tell you this. I am not going to answer any more questions about any more rumors. First of all, I don't appreciate you people knowing that this woman is sick. When people have cancer, they do stuff like this. I've talked to plenty of women that have had dying mothers that have done this. And the only power that she's going to have is over you. She has absolutely no power over me. I have dealt with her a long time ago. And I knew she didn't give a shit about me, but I never thought that she would mistreat her grandkids. And that's where she had me fooled. This woman abused her grandchildren, and she is desperately seeking attention because she knows we are filing charges. There is nothing that RPJ, Tiffany, or Kat can do for my mother. Okay? There is going to be charges filed for child abuse against her. Going on RPJ's show is not going to help that. She's desperate. And when she goes to jail or ends up being charged with it, okay, or ends up doing some time in prison, you people are still going to have doubts because this woman is so malignant. I mean, think in your mind, if I was this horrible and this evil, why would she beg me to come back to Kansas City and then try to bribe me by saying she would buy me a car? Same thing with Spirit Tree. Why is Spirit Tree all of a sudden saying I'm so horrible after she invited me to her house for 6 months? These people are contradicting themselves. And then all of a sudden they go, oh my gosh, she's so horrible. No, you people need to learn discernment. And for you to keep asking me about this shit, I'm not going to answer any questions about nothing that she says. If you want to be caught up in that delusion with that woman, then be caught up in it. She was just on Reggie's channel calling me fat and ugly. And this woman weighs 250 pounds. And she was calling me fat, and I weigh 150. So clearly she's delusional. She's in a psychosis. Another thing that's happening is that elder abuse has been contacted because she needs medical attention. She is showing signs of dementia. Okay? You can tell the obvious contradiction by some of the earlier comments. Okay? At first, her brother was saying that she was dying. And then she said, no, don't tell him I'm dying. Tell him I'm recovering. No, she is really getting sicker. And because she didn't recover, she's angry. Now, I already did a healing spell on her, but something she was doing caused it to reverse. I did a healing on her after her surgery, and she was healing. And then she thought, oh, okay, I feel good. Now I'm going to start doing stuff. And then she got sick again. She's sick. And it's traveled to her brain. So the point of this is, not to tell her not to do it, because her whole life is getting ready to change. She's getting ready to lose her job. Because her behavior in social media will be reported to Apple. Okay? She represents a company. She's supposed to be a law-abiding citizen, and she is breaking the law. So tomorrow is Monday. I have the number for Human Resources, and they will be contacted. Okay? And I'm not doing this to hurt her. I'm doing this to help her. You all want me to be responsible for my mother somehow. Because this woman came to the chat. She doesn't care about the way my mother abused me. Mentally and physically. She doesn't care about that. Okay? She only cares about being a doormat. So I have nothing to say to a lot of these women out here. Because I'm sorry. I'm not an idiot. You know, and people are unempathetic. They just don't give a shit. But here's what I want to tell you. Elder Abuse has been contacted because her brother takes advantage of her, which is why he's all over this. Okay? She is going to have charges filed against her. RPJ can't help you from that. You know what'll help? Is if you stop lying. Stop lying. Tell the truth. Repent for what you did. That's all you got to do is be honest. Who are these people? It doesn't affect your life at all. You were trying to affect mine, but you can't because, I mean, first of all, any man that loves me is going to love me regardless of the shit you're saying. Okay? And it's so obvious that you're, because I saw a comment that somebody left and said, why is Jamila hiding her true feelings? So she probably came over there and told people that I was a dyke. It's not true. Okay? The reason why I say that is because she encouraged me to be gay. She set me up to be a dyke. She's molested me before. And if you keep it up, you're going to go to jail. Your ex-husband's going to go to jail. That nigga that molested me is going to jail. And so is your brother as an accomplice. You think I'm joking? I don't want anything to do with this woman. I have every right. If you guys want to sit up here and that's your life. This is my life. Okay? You think I'm a liar? Fine. I think a lot of you should stay out of it. Because you're going to get caught up in this shit. And a couple of people in my family got sick behind her from getting caught up in her shit with me. I know you're not spiritual people. But when somebody is wrong, they are wrong. Why am I young, healthy, and a healthy weight? Why am I not overweight? If I'm so stupid and crazy, why don't I weigh 250 pounds? Why don't I stuff myself with pounds of food? Why don't I drink every single night like a fish? You know, and this is an example of pedophilic, abusive parents sticking together. That's all it is. That's the only reason why RPJ would even deal with that, because he's a sick person too. And my aunt, who's married, my uncle's wife, I don't call her my aunt because she's not my family. They have the same last name as Reggie. And these people all have sex with each other. And I guess in her family. And that's why she's so traumatized and harassing me. Because again, you know, a lot of older women that are paper bag, kind of like this color. They really honestly hate light-skinned people. And I remember years ago, my uncle's wife was telling me about some little kid she was babysitting, and she used to pop him on the back of the head. And I mean, and I've never let her babysit my child. I think probably once, maybe. But anyway, I'm not going to answer any more questions. I'm not going to dignify it with a response. Okay? But I know who my friends are. Because if somebody is able to like you, I don't deal with people that don't know when people are lying. This is called being the king of swords. When you can be a queen or a king of swords, you know your enemy's next move. This is the enemy's next move. And you also know when people are lying. You can perceive lies. But if you are not, if you have a weak mind and your mind is not developed, then anybody can tell you anything. And that's not a stable friendship at all. And I know that a lot of you cannot establish stable friendships because you're always looking for some shit to be wrong with somebody. Well, maybe you need to sit back and look at what's wrong with you. You focus so much about what's wrong with other people and what they've done. What about the shit that you do? I had to tell this man that. Like, you think I haven't forgotten about, and he's just somebody commenting. I don't even know this guy, Stephen Ransom. But it's just the point that, it's just the point. And so I'll just keep my distance from this guy because obviously he's, I won't be contacting him anymore because I don't like it when people talk about me behind my back. Because I ain't got shit to say to you behind your back. You know what? Fuck it. If the shit that they were saying was true, which I just oh my God. How am I? It's like there's so many obvious red flags with what's going on here. And I can't keep it. I'm not going to keep connecting the dots for anybody. Because I noticed that Ken Masters messaged me earlier today on Facebook because of this fucking interview. Don't ask me nothing about that interview because none of it is true. I don't want to hear the details. Who the fuck wants to sit up here and listen to their stupid, crazy mama talk shit about him? It's already embarrassing. The bitch is already an embarrassment. I'm glad that she's not getting on camera because she looks like a big, fat, nasty man. She looks horrific. And I'm going to reverse that healing spell that I did. I reverse it. I did a healing spell for you and I'm going to reverse it. It's already reversed because of your behavior, but the rest of it is reversed. You forgot I did that, didn't you? Yeah. Anyway, do not mention anything to me about this woman. As a matter of fact, I think that she's going to go ahead and croak. And I'll be happy. And you people can say, oh God, you're so horrible. Well, you didn't have my mother. You didn't have the same mother, so you can't tell me how I should feel. So, don't ask me. I don't want to hear no evil. I don't want to speak no evil. And I don't want to see no evil. You hear what I'm saying? This is the year of manifestation. You people sit and live in that broke bitch's delusion while I'm sitting over here improving my life. And I just think that you people just love to fuck with me. You just really love to fuck with me. You have no idea who you're fucking with.